Hey, hey, hey.
We are live.
We are live.
So how is everybody? Everybody good? Welcome to Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It is Friday then.
It's Saturday, Sunday.
And indeed it is. So we've got Friday. Now we don't have any live taste things for you today. So we're just going to do the old-fashioned chat. Before we do that, I'm going to do one of my shameless plugs. As we do, well, two shameless plugs actually. Hey, Jensen, how are you?
Hi, Jensen. Hope you're well.
How are you doing? You good? So, just to let you guys know, on Sunday for this channel, we'll be uploading the drive-in. So this is Hollywood Studios in Disney, Florida. We do a mock drive-in. So this is a Starlight drive-in, I think. No, sci-fi drive-in. It's called sci-fi drive-in. So that's what we will be doing on Sunday. You'll get to see what we ate there as well. It was a really fun experience. I hope you like it. Do check that out. That's at 5 o'clock on Friday. And on tomorrow.
So I have finally redone the travel day. So I did do the travel day before, and then it got messed up on the software. And so I had to redo it. And it was a little bit disheartening having to redo it. So my heart wasn't in it as it should have been at the beginning. But then I just thought, let me just get this out. So I've done everything. I just need Mark to do an intro, and then it's all done, and then it can be uploaded for tomorrow.
Hello, Aoife. How you doing? Good to see you. You're right. Jensen said you started a bit late. I've been waiting for a bit. Sorry, Jensen.
Sorry, Jensen. Sorry.
So I didn't realise the time. So yes, you.
I think it was only 5 minutes though.
No,
I ran upstairs.
10.
Oh, 10 minutes.
7 minutes.
I ran upstairs to go to the toilet. I got changed into pajamas. Mark made us a cup of tea. And guess what, guys? 2 things. Hey, St. Cort.
Hey, St. Cort, how are you doing?
Hope
Good
you're
to see
well.
you. Go on, tell us the 2 things. Sorry.
So, one thing is I got a new phone. So I went for the so there was a sale on, and I had some birthday money and some Christmas money and all of that type of stuff, and I had a voucher. So I thought, you know what, it's time for me to get a new phone because I've had this phone since 2020. But I didn't go. So I normally use the Samsung, and I didn't go for the Samsung S25. I went for the Samsung S24 because you know what, that phones are expensive, and I just thought, I don't really want to spend like loads of money and all of this type of stuff. Anyway, I got the Samsung S24 FE, right? Because I don't need it to be 2 or 1.5 seconds faster going for the normal one. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, oh yeah, it's going to be this fast. I don't need it fast. What I need it to do is take videos, photos, and to make calls and use WhatsApp. That's pretty much all I need it for. Maybe go on the internet to search for a few things. Now, what's very interesting is, so I had a look at, so they do like 3 versions of each model. So at the moment, there's the S24 and there's the S25. And then they do like the different memories and all of this type of stuff. Anyway, so the model of the S24 FE and then the S24, I just thought, well, I think the only real difference is like speed and a couple of other things. And I just thought, well, do I really need it for that? No, I just need to be able to, if I choose to do a live from the phone, that I can actually do a live and all of this. Anyway, purchase the phone and everything else. Doing a little bit more research. Oh, you can't expand the memory. So now, if you use a Samsung, a lot of people do use iPhone, to be fair, but iPhone 2, you can't expand the memory anyway. But that's never happened before on the Samsung. You've always been able to put an SD card and expand the memory. Hence, I can take a lot of photos and all this type of stuff. But I phoned my brother up because my brother uses Samsung as well. But Alicia, his partner, she uses iPhone. So there's a divide in that house, right? And so I rang him and I was like, oh my God, guess what? It doesn't expand the memory. He's like, what? So today he actually bought me an external hard drive for the phone, and it's got 1 terabyte. I was just like, oh my God, that's crazy.
You can get that for a phone.
Yeah, 1 terabyte. I know, it's wild. Yeah. So I'm gonna see how good it is. I don't know, but I'll let you guys know. He bought it off TikTok Shop, so we'll see. He's bought 3, 1 for me, 1 for him, 1 for Alicia. So we'll see if it's any good. I'll let you know.
Does anybody buy anything off TikTok Shop? Let us know. I've always seen it and I thought, I'm not sure if this is any good. So I'm
me
skeptical.
too.
I've got to be honest. I know that sounds bad and I'm not dissing it. So I'm not dissing it because I've never bought it, so I can't comment.
That's why we're asking.
Has anybody bought anything off TikTok
Shop? Yeah.
Is it good? If you have, would you recommend it? I know it's probably down to seller.
Yeah, exactly.
But let us know. It's like saying, have you bought anything from Amazon? Would you recommend it? Some you would, some you wouldn't.
My mum bought she bought what do you call it? A charger, right? From I think she bought it from TikTok Shop, I'm not sure. But it's the best thing. I mean, the only thing that could beat it is if it was magnetic and then just charged magnetically. But other than that, it's got like the little cables that you can just for each device, and you can just plug it into your phone. You can charge 2 devices at the same time, which again is brilliant because it's got the separate little cables on the actual charger. But it's the best thing. It's so good. And I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it is. And then my nephew wanted one. And then my mum was like, oh, I'll get you one. And then she got him the magnet, but he wanted the magnetic one. So she got him the magnetic one. Oh, it's brilliant.
There you go. Aoife said, I have a bit of, I've been having tiredness bouts and a bit of a cough. That's probably be expected.
Yeah.
But make sure you get plenty of rest, Aoife. That's really
plenty of rest, plenty of fluids.
Yeah, absolutely. But I hope you're feeling a bit better at the moment. Just take each day as it comes. But it's really good to see you on. Aoife said hello and said, oh, Bella, hello.
Hi, Bella. Hope you're well.
Hello, Kelly. Hello, Mark. How are you, Bella? How have you been?
Good. How are you?
Jensen said, my favourite Doritos are the tangy cheese.
Oh, really?
Now, I prefer, what's the roulette one? The hot roulette one.
Oh.
That is my favourite one. The hot roulette one. Where are we? So let us know your favourite Doritos. Bung it in the chat. St. Cott said hello to Aoife. Jensen said, oh dear, Aoife, I hope your cough gets better soon. Aoife said, getting an A91 phone. Is that a Samsung? I think that is. When you're getting this one, the cough is to do with the big C. Yes, I know, Aoife. When you're getting your new phone. Hey, Liam.
Hey, Liam. Hope you're well.
Sounds good, Kelly. Hiya, legends. How are you, Liam? You well?
Good.
Now, I did have I haven't left any comments, but I did have a look at your Instagram pictures.
Yes.
Really good.
I've commented on a couple of them.
So you do, they do look amazing. Liam. If anybody hasn't seen it, if anybody has access to Instagram, Liam did do a backpacking tour across Croatia.
Yeah, you can see like all of his trips and stuff like that. He's getting back into the gym recently, if I remember correctly, reading that. It's been like 17 days, I think he said. And so he's getting back on track with that. So I feel like that's really positive. And I was saying to Mark, I need to sort of start going back to it. It's been years. Me and my sister-in-law were talking about it. And she's gotten back and she's lost like loads of weight here, and she's feeling good about herself. And I was just like, but I don't feel the motivation to go and do all of these things. But I admire the people that have got the motivation, that have got the drive and all of this. I am just waiting for the motivation, but the motivation doesn't seem to be coming. I might need to be a bit more disciplined. Well, you need to be disciplined if you're going to work out anyway, which I don't have. But I feel like I love working out, by the way. I'm one of these weird people that actually likes to exercise. However, I really like classes, and I haven't enjoyed a class for a very long time. So that's why I think I'm finding it a little bit difficult. But I feel like something like a bungee class would be really good. Where they strap you to the ceiling. I really, really love to do something like that. And I really like swimming and aquarobics, that sort of thing. So who knows?
But yeah, so do check out Liam's channel. You also get to see how good looking Liam is on his little channel. So you'll be able to see his travels. Really, really good. Worth watching or worth having a look at. Yes, so Eva's getting a new phone in 2 weeks' time. We'll be glad to get rid of the Honor X6B. So with this new one, it is a Samsung, isn't it? The A91. I'm pretty sure it is. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. Now, Jensen said he calls people out. He calls people out. If someone lies in our family or at school, I will say, liar, liar, pants on fire.
Oh, dear.
Do you do that? Do you actually call them out? Liar, liar, pants on fire? Or do you Or do you do it more subtly, Jen?
I mean, I call people out, but I don't say stuff like that. I will be like, really? Because I thought it was this. So that's how I do it. But
Kelly will
yeah.
call them out for sure. She will call people out if she suspects not lies, but somebody stretching the truth.
Yeah, somebody telling an untruth or because I'm like, really? Because I thought it was this.
What Tony Blair called as alternative facts. Is that your delivery? It might be somebody at the door. Right, excuse me, Kelly.
Yeah, I've not ordered anything, so I don't know what it could be. But Mark says he has heard the doorbell go throughout the day today, but we've not ordered anything, so I don't know what it could be. Or my order. Let me tell you what I've ordered. The Ninja Crispy. It's arrived. The Ninja Crispy's arrived. But I haven't opened it yet. I will do an unboxing, and I'm hoping to try to use it this weekend, and then see where we go from there. Was it delivery?
No,
Okay.
I always feel bad. So it was somebody collecting for Great Ormond Street, and I said, "I'm really sorry, I'm doing a live." And he went, "Oh, right," and he knew what it meant. I don't know why he said that, because normally I was saying in the middle of something, but he just, I'm in the middle of a live. I said so. So normally I would stop and at least say something, but anyway, there we are. Where are we? Yeah, see, Jensen heard the doorbell. Getting a support worker 2 days a week. Good. I think that will help you a lot.
I think that will help you for sure.
Hey, Karina.
Hi, Karina. Hope you're well.
Hey, Karina. How are you? Thank God it is Friday, I know. And of course, it is morning for Karina because in the beautiful United States, you are waking up for the morning.
Yes.
Jackson's had his one.
Oh, yes. I was in touch with the States, but I was messaging someone else, but I think it's now reached the afternoon where they are. So yeah. So yeah.
We're on our little well, funny enough actually, oh yes, 1.5 miles today. Well done. I was thinking about you the other day actually, because you were talking about Borough Market, how much you like Borough Market. So Kelly and I were in the vicinity a couple of weeks ago, weren't we?
Yeah.
Through. So you get all the smells and the foods and stuff like that. Did you get my email with Jackson's pick? Oh, we get to see Jackson.
I did not get your email. I did see an email come through actually, but I didn't look at it. Oh yeah, because it was a tube boost.
Right, while we're looking for that, Jensen.
No, I don't have it.
No, we haven't got it.
No.
Do you mind resending?
Yes, please.
Subject says hello. This is Jackson.
No.
No, it might be.
When did you send it?
Was it just? Have you just sent it now, Karina, or have you sent it a while ago? Because it doesn't seem to be. Oh my God, you got a lot of emails from Yucca.
Yeah, because when you sign up with Yucca, they send you all of this spam stuff.
Oh no, it doesn't seem like we have. And was it to which email address did you send it to? Please let us know, because
it should be the main. There's only one.
Otherwise, some random stranger's got a picture of Jackson.
Yeah, Gmail one.
So Jensen says, "Do you know how to do a Chinese burn?"
I do know how to do it.
Demonstrate, but not hard.
It wouldn't work on Mark anyway because he's got such big hands. But you do it that way.
Oh, geez. You don't just do that. You go.
No, you don't.
Do you know? Did I tell you?
Do that? No, you just like you do that.
I had a flatmate years ago, and she got into an argument with a woman who took her umbrella. And she goes, I said, "What did you do?" She goes, "I gave her a Chinese burn," and she dropped it.
And also, I don't think that is correct that we call it that. Just saying.
That's what it's known as.
I know that's what it's known as, but I think in this day and age, with regards to PC and what we should be saying, I'm not sure that's what we should be saying.
Do you give it an Asian burn?
I don't think you can even call it that.
I was being more political correct. I sent it Tuesday to Mark and Kelly email. Check for Tuesday, because you might have overseen it.
No.
Heather, hello.
Hi, Heather.
Right, we haven't forgotten you, Karina. We are going to look. How are you doing? Hello. I'm going on a cruise on Monday to Spain and Portugal. Have you ever done a cruise?
I haven't, but I do want to do one. My mum has done several now. No, see, look, and I'm going back to April.
No, we don't. It doesn't seem to have come through.
No.
Oh no. Maybe is there another way?
Did you put the correct did like have you left out maybe a letter or anything like that? Did you copy and paste? Because sometimes I don't know why it wouldn't have come through.
That has happened before because Sam has sent us stuff and it hasn't come through.
No, because I'll put the same email address for both channels.
So go back to Heather's question about cruises.
No, I haven't been, but my mum's been on several, and she bought me back an MSC reusable bag. And somebody at work said, "Oh, I see you got the MSC. I wanted to ask you about cruises." I said, "Do you know what? I've got no experience of cruises, but my mum has. Do you want me to ask her?" But my mum's been on several cruises. I think the best one that she went on was a Caribbean one. And she really did enjoy that one and stuff like that. I think they even did a zip line, but like a seated zip line, I think they did. But yeah, she really enjoyed it. I really do want to try one. So at some point, I am going to do a cruise. At some point. I don't know if Mark's going to join me, but at some point I am going to do a cruise.
I don't travel very well, so what puts me off is being on the sea. But have you done one before? So this is open to anybody. Has anybody done a cruise before? Would they recommend it? And where did they go? Now, unfortunately, we haven't seen Lauren for a little while, but Lauren did go on a cruise to the fjords in Norway. She said it was absolutely incredible.
But the thing is, as well, Tommy has done a lot of travel.
Oh yeah, it's a shame Tommy's not on because Tommy works on a yacht. So if anybody sees Below Deck,
it's come through now.
Oh, there he is. Come.
I don't know why I didn't get the other one.
Just resent it. We didn't get the first one. We got the second one.
Yeah, the second one.
Right. Have we got your permission to share, or would you rather we just keep it to us? We will double check. Oh, look!
Well, that is very cute.
It's my first cruise, Royal Caribbean. Right now, Liam said, I got the house alone for a week. My mum is going on a cruise. Oh, so your mum's going on a cruise. Where's your mum going to, Liam? Look at this. Now, could you imagine if Liam's mum will be on the same cruise as Heather? Can you imagine the chances of that?
They wouldn't know each other because they don't know what each other looks like, but that would be wild.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, we can share.
Okay.
Thank you. So look at this. This is Jackson. Look at Jackson. Look.
Oh,
he's like a model.
But he looks so happy as well.
Yeah.
Hold on.
There he is. He's amazing. He is really cute dog. It's not focusing actually. It's just focusing on my face. Let me. Go on, Jackson. You can focus.
Trying to get my eyes up.
Yeah, that's such a shame because actually you can kind of get the gist.
You get the gist of it.
He's so cute.
Hold on, there's a third one somewhere.
All right, I'll let you do it. There we go. Oh, this is my favourite.
No, the first one's my favourite.
Look at that. And
he's like a little Scotty dog there.
He is actually. I love his little
little moustache.
Little necklace as well.
Yeah.
Neckerchief. Look at that. Isn't he amazing? So Heather said, this is my first cruise. The Royal Caribbean.
Ooh.
So
I think my mum. What did my
mum do? Oh, Karina's done the Royal. I have done the Royal Caribbean line to the West Caribbean. There you go. So what would you? So for Heather, Karina, what would you say was good and bad about the? Well, no, what say was good about it? Let's keep it positive. And what would you say? Is there any recommendations for going on the cruise? What would you bring? What would you recommend doing?
My mum's like really all about the excursion, so wherever they stopped she went and done an excursion. Now with me, I'd be a little bit lazy because I'd be like, I just want to relax. I've got to get off the ship, then I've got to get on the ship. So I would get off at certain ports and go off and do whatever for the day. And then there are some ports I'd be just like, do you know what everyone's off, I actually want to be by the pool. And then I would relax.
Oh, of course. Sorry, Liam, because my surname is Thompson. I've got it now. So Heather's your mum. Sorry, that was it. I was a bit slow on the uptake there, so I wasn't looking there.
Heather.
Yeah, I've got it. Thank you. Sorry, Heather. So I was going to say, can you imagine if they go on the same cruise? Well, as it turns out, they are because it's the same person. Sorry, Heather. I completely.
No, I thought Liam was staying and his mum was gone.
Heather is Liam's mum.
Yes, that's what I said. I thought Heather is going to the cruise, but Liam is staying.
The joke is, I didn't realise Heather was Liam's mum, so I just thought it was just by chance Liam's mum's gone on the cruise, and so is Heather. But Heather and the mum are the one and the same.
Right.
And the joke is never as funny if you've got to explain it. But yeah, there you go. That's why she's laughing. Jackson looks cute, but Hendrix looks better. Well, we haven't seen Hendrix. And
we haven't seen Hendrix, but I'm going to say...
Jackson's cute. I'm going to say very,
Jackson's
very cute.
very cute and looks like such a happy dog.
Right. So Karina says, Heather, firstly, make sure you're going to be okay and having sea legs. So now that's a very good piece of advice. Now, I've got to say, I don't travel well and I do get seasick. So I think by that, would you suggest if you do get seasick, you should bring some form of travel sick pills or something? Book your excursions as soon as possible, as they do sell out quickly. Karina also said, what islands will you be visiting, Heather? Karina, I have seasickness bands. Oh, so do they? I was going to actually, Heather, do they work for you? Now, I get chronic travel sickness anyway. So I have tried the bands, but they don't work for me. If anybody's not familiar, they almost look like, do you remember those like wristbands you wear in the 80s? But they got a little a bead on there, don't they? And they kind of press on the pressure points, but they never work for me. Hey, Kirsty, how are you?
Hi, Kirsty.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Fri-yay. It is Fri-yay.
Somebody said to me, oh, happy Friday. And I said, no, happy Fri-yay.
Heather said, Karina, Lisbon, La Corona, Seville, Bilbao, and a few more, 9 nights. That sounds incredible. I have never been to any of those places, so I think that would be an amazing experience. So if it's 9 places, so you're going for those in 9 nights, I'm guessing you're going to take a few days in each one. Is that right? Wow, incredible.
You stay... No, you travel for a couple of days and then you go to one and then you might have a day at sea and then you go. So you're not visiting something every day. You're not doing a stop every day.
Karina said, I used patches to go behind your ear and those work very well for me. Do you know, that was a joke. That was a Lee Evans joke, isn't it? He said when he was giving up smoking, he used the patches.
Right.
And he said they're great. You put them over each eye and you can't find your cigarettes. Jensen said, this term at school, we are our reward is we're going to watch the new Minecraft movie.
Oh.
Now, Jensen, I've got to say, our nephews have gone to see that, and they said it's very, very good. They're very, very good. So,
the nephews are too big to go and see that.
No,
the other
nephews, the smaller nephews, they have gone to see it, and they said it's brilliant. They said it was really good. They really enjoyed it. I think Tyler's watched it about 6 times. So, yeah, very, very good. You got to say, wow, Bilbao. I went to the Guggenheim Museum the other, I have yet to visit. Well, that's another thing as well. How was the museum? Was it good? Well, no, actually, I went to the Van Gogh exhibition, didn't with your mum when we went to Amsterdam. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
That was really, really good. I know that's not in Spain, but
no.
Heather said, Karina, I haven't heard of those. The wristbands work for me normally for sickness on coaches. There we go.
Your mum used to take Quells.
Yeah, my mum used to take Quells. So Quells, I don't know if you can get them anymore, but
you can.
Oh, you can get them. So those are they are sickness pills.
Motion sickness.
To be honest with you, Heather, I think you'll be all right. It's not like a ferry. So on a ferry, you really feel the water, but on the cruise, this is going to be a bit more of a sturdier, bigger ship. So
I think the bigger the ship, the sturdier it is. So I don't think it's not going to be like this kind of thing. I think maybe the first day you might need to get your sea legs. But then after that, I think it'd be fine. My mum was perfectly fine. And my mum suffers with a bit of motion sickness and stuff like that. But she was perfectly fine.
I think, do you know what? Another friends of mine that have gone, they've said the same thing. I said, that's always the thing that makes me touchy about going on a cruise is the seasickness. And they said, Mark, you don't even realise you're on a boat. You forget it. It's almost like being in a grand hall or something. And then you realise you're at sea. Wonderful.
Point out these fake border biscuits, right?
Bronte.
So, yeah.
As in Emily.
So
why are you eating them?
We went to Costco a while back, and I was looking. I like to get a big box of Borders biscuits, but they didn't have any. And I picked up this box thinking that they were Borders, but they weren't. They were Bronte. Anyway, I put them back, but my mum kept them, and so I took a packet. These are lemon flavour oat biscuits because when I was eating them, and I thought. They got a lemon taste to them. Well, of course, because they're lemon flavoured. I didn't realise they were lemon flavoured. They're okay, but they're not as good as Borders. Just saying.
Well, when you go to the hotel, there you might get some more of those. Karina said, I love the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, one of my favourites. It was really, really good. It was a long time ago, actually, that when we were done. That was pre-pandemic. But it was good fun. I do like Amsterdam, one of my favourite cities to visit.
Almost 10 years ago we went.
Wow.
10 years in November.
Wow.
That's how long we
Stuff
were.
like, which train station is the closest National Rail or London Underground? What do you mean in general, or which one to us?
Well, I mean, you've got several stations. You've got Victoria, you've got Charing Cross. I mean, what one are you talking about? I mean, all the trains go there.
The biggest one is probably King's Cross.
Yeah.
If you like train stations, Jensen, you would love King's Cross Station. It's huge. There's tons there. And if anybody's into Harry Potter, they do have a Harry Potter shop on platform 9.
I'm wondering, is it the biggest or is it Euston?
No, I think King's Cross is. I'm pretty sure it is. I'll have to Google it. Clapham's huge, but I'm sure that's one of the biggest.
No, Clapham Junction's not. No, that's not nearly as big. But Victoria's pretty big.
Karina said Guggenheim was beautiful. More modern art exhibits. Karina, have you been to the Tate Gallery in London? That's one thing as well, because that's a really good one to go to. That's just near Blackfriars Station.
That's Tate Modern.
Sorry, Tate Modern. That's what I meant. Tate Modern.
Tate is Victoria, isn't it?
I think. Yes. Hey, Richard, how are you doing?
Richard, hope you're well.
I'm in my bedroom today as I'm near a plug. There you go. You're watching us on your phone. How you been? How have things been? What's your new videos coming up? Jensen said London Waterloo is the biggest because of the amount of platforms. Could be. Have you been to Waterloo?
That is a huge station, and they used to have the Eurostar there. So yes, it is a huge station and one of my favourite stations, actually.
I remember many years ago going to Paris on the Euro from Waterloo.
I never ever went, and it was I wish I had, but I never went.
You see, I managed to do that. So that was the first station. It used to be at Waterloo. Then they moved it to King's Cross.
You know why they moved it to King's Cross?
Why?
To save 2 minutes.
Was that all? That was why.
Millions and millions of pounds and all of this to save 2 minutes.
There you go.
And the reason why I know is because my stepdad used to work on the railway. And that's the reason why, just to save a couple of minutes.
Oh, Karina said, I've not been to the State, but I stayed across the street from the Tate Modern when I was there, but have yet to visit. Choose another trip to London is necessary for me. Thus a trip to London. I think it is. I think it is.
Let us know.
Where is there a hotel opposite there?
There's a few hotels.
Yeah, there is.
There's a few hotels across the water. Yeah, because you've got the Hyatt, which used to be. It was a not a Cromwell, but something similar to that. You've got a few hotels across the water. Is it across the water or on the other side? Because you've got some other hotels on the other side as well. But you got the Royal Leonardo. That's on the other side of the Millennium Bridge. That's a very nice hotel, the Royal Leonardo. And then across the road from the Royal Leonardo is the CQ Hotel. There's the Coat underneath it. The restaurant.
Oh, the Coat, the restaurant. South Bank.
No. Oh, on South Bank. Oh, Sea Containers. Sea Containers is a hotel. Is that way? And then I'm just trying to think. That's Sea Containers on South Bank. That's the only one.
Yeah. So we were, funny enough, that's on our to-do list. On our breakfast series, I keep wanting to. We do want to go. Well, I want to go to breakfast at the Sea Containers. So
did they do breakfast there?
Yeah, I checked. I did check.
No,
they do breakfast at the Sea Containers. They do quite a few things at the Food Scene.
All right, that's what. Yeah. Okay, that's where we should definitely go. I'd like to go there. I didn't realise they did breakfast.
Yeah, they do breakfast. I'm pretty sure. The last time I checked, because it's a hotel, isn't it?
The Sea Containers is not a hotel, but there is a hotel underneath it. And I don't think it's called Sea Containers.
No, but they do the breakfast there.
At that hotel. Yeah.
So we'll let you know. So hopefully that will come up at some point. Now, again, shameless plug. As talking of our videos, so we have, like I said, we've got the sci-fi one coming up this Sunday.
So that's where it's like a drive-in diner almost. Like, not a drive-in diner, but it's like like in Greece where they go to stranded at the drive-in, branded a fool. It's like that. So you're doing a drive-in, and it's that type of thing.
You know exactly what Kelly means. But yeah,
they do know what I mean.
I
Trust me.
But it's a really novel experience. It was incredible. So they made a fake drive-in, huge thing, and then you actually have your meal sitting in one of the American 50s, 60s cars.
And if you've seen Grease, there is the actual advert that plays behind him. When he goes, Sandy, and it actually is the hot dog one, so it does the flips and it jumps in the hot dog, and that was actually playing on the screen.
There you go. So I didn't get a shot of that, but I did get a shot of a lot of the other stuff. So you can.
I think I might have got a shot of it for the holiday vlog, possibly.
All right, okay, we'll get to see that. Sam.
Hey Sam, hope you're well.
How are you? Good to see you. How are you doing? Are you alone, or is Zachary with you as well? If he is there, happy. Hello, Zachary. If not, hello, Sam. How you been, though? I hope you're okay. Richard said, my dinner tonight, drum roll. Drum roll. We have fresh horseradish, mint and chocolate mint, spuds and celery, broccoli mashed up with steak and kidney pudding, and oxo green cube. It's cooking. That's a lot. Have you got... Oh, you got mint chocolate. Now, have you got mint chocolate here? I'm assuming this is dessert. Rather than dessert. But you never know with Richard, because Richard does like tomatoes with his ice cream.
Yeah, he does like, yeah.
Hi, Sam. Happy Friday, she said. Sam gives a love heart. Love heart back to Sam. Richard said, I've just done 7 hours of washing. Last load of the hour to go. I'm putting away challenge. I don't know. You're going,
No, because I was just thinking Mark does a lot of washing.
I do a lot of washing.
He does a lot of washing.
I do the washing for the household. Right. And it's just us. Right. Now, we were going to say... So
I have to change my clothes every day.
So that is what we were saying. Those are the videos that we got coming up. Now, we've got... So it's nice to see Heather's got her cruise. I thought the word then. Got the cruise coming up. So we're looking for that. Fresh garden mint is delicious in mash. Never tried it in mash.
Never tried it in mash. There are only specific things I would eat. I'm not a lover of mint and savoury. I never really have been. I like mint sweets, mint chocolates, all of that type of stuff. But I'm not a lover of all of this lamb and mint business and things like that. I don't rate it. I don't like it. I you know, like some people, they like pineapple on their pizza and all. I don't rate them things. I don't like it.
Oh, I do.
Or applesauce and pork.
I was watching a YouTube video on, and basically what it was it showed all the dishes that made certain chefs famous. And one of the ones, and I've forgotten the name of the chef, Karina might know, it's a famous New York chef. And his speciality was a pizza, but instead of using tomato sauce or anything, he had cream cheese and smoked salmon. That was his pizza. And it's supposed to be amazing. Never had it. Sounds incredible, but so it just goes to show these combinations can work.
Does not sound incredible.
It sounds incredible.
But you know, the only time where I like the pork and apple combination, actually, there's actually two instances. When you go to roast and they do this mini roll with all the pork, that is nice, and they put some type of apple thing. That is very, very nice, I have to say. And then when you go to Wagamama's and you get the pork burrata buns, and they put a fried, like, it's almost like a bread, rather than a fritter, it's more like a breaded apple slice, very thin. They put that in there with the pork, and that is nice. That, I have to say, is nice.
Richard said, mint chocolate is what it says. Mint's new breed of vibe. Oh, the other mint is spearmint. So
yeah, peppermint or spearmint.
Sam says, mint jelly is much nicer with lamb than mint sauce. Oh, really? Now, Madam here is going to disagree with you.
I don't like jelly anyway.
It's yeah, but there's just the texture. It's not the taste.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the texture of jelly, so I don't like jelly. So even if there was mint in the jelly, I wouldn't like it.
Jensen said, I think the closest tube station is Northfields on the Piccadilly line, and it's 40 minutes from my house in Wokingham. So, do you come to London much, Jensen? Because you do know quite a lot of the places. So do you come to London?
I would imagine maybe his parents probably come to London.
Yeah, let us know. And what is your favourite place in London? Now, Karina said that mini pulled pork apple at roast was delicious. I would want a larger sandwich made of it.
Yeah, that little sub roll, I have to say, is so tasty. I wish they did another round. You know, like, so when we went to be our guest, and if you ever want to go and do the be our guest, if you want to get a deal, they normally do it around March time, February, March. So look out for the be our guest. It's at the Waldorf Hotel on the Strand. Take a look in March, and then I think they do something like 25% off or something like that. I'm not quite sure how much percentage off, but if you want to go and you get a second round, so you can have one and then you get a second round, or you get a choice. So if that's something that you think you might like, go there and get the deal. It's normally February or March.
Now, if anybody was is wondering what Karina is talking about, we did do a video on roast afternoon tea, which it has the pulled pork apple sandwich in it, or roll in there, which you really liked. So if you are interested, we did it around January, so it's about 6 months ago. So you can check that out if you want to have a look.
Yeah, it's part of our afternoon tea series.
Sam
we haven't done an afternoon tea.
No, we haven't for a while actually. We will get back to that because we do want to carry on.
We were supposed to go, and I forgot all about it. But I did want to book one when we went, because they do one in at the boardwalk, and I meant to book it and I didn't. Missed opportunity.
Sam said, when I make roast pork, I make my own applesauce, always with bramlings. I cut it into large pieces, so when it cooks down, there's still nice chunks of apple for the texture. Nom. Sam, do you make it? I know this is going to sound a bit weird, but I think you'll know where I'm going with this. Do you make it almost like you're preparing an apple pie filling? So you've got the big chunks in it, and then obviously you break that down as well. So not like it becomes a stew, but almost like it releases all that water as well. And then you're left with that residual apple, which obviously intensifies the flavour. Is that how you make yours? Richard said, types of mint, spearmint, peppermint, apple mint, chocolate mint. They crossbreed them. And yes, my dinner's going to taste like I've got after eight. That's a lot of mints.
Yeah.
I've never tried this though before. This is an interesting concept.
I only know of peppermint and spearmint, like
chocolate mint. I have heard of, because you can actually go get a chocolate taste of the mint. So it's actually not chocolate in it, but it got a chocolate taste of the mint.
I never heard of it. Has
anybody else experimented with putting fresh mint in their mashed potato? If they have, put it in the can. Is it nice? Would you recommend? Jensen said the DLR is fun, and I'm going into the driver's cab.
Oh, nice. Hold on. The DLR, they don't have drivers on it.
No,
it's driverless.
That's the point. So I'm just about to say, so if anybody not familiar, the DLR line in London doesn't have drivers. They're driverless. But you can sit in what would be the driver's cab. You have to go right to the front, and you can actually sit there. I've done it once. Trouble is, everybody makes a beeline for it because it's a novel experience. So you can sit right at the very front where the driver would traditionally sit.
Do you know what? So I was watching a TikTok the other day, and a lady ordered a driverless cab. So a driverless cab turned up, and she got in, and I was just like, oh my God, that's just the weirdest thing.
In the UK?
Yeah, in the UK.
Have they made that legal?
Yeah, driverless cab. I want to say I'll have to have a look for it. But yeah, it's in the UK. It was at night, and she was like, guys, this is so weird. Which it would be. It would be the weirdest thing. I'd be so scared that somebody would crash into us.
Well, I didn't think they'd made that legal yet.
Yes.
I did not think they made it legal. I know a lot of cars are driverless, but I didn't think you were allowed to.
This is only a driverless car, a cab, not a driverless car, as in that you can purchase.
My Chinese neighbours got me doing their tradition by accident. When you drink a tea, you go to, what's CA? Like a satisfying way, funny tradition. I'm going to make a vlog about it.
Oh.
What's CA? What do you mean by CA, Richard? What's the part? Obviously, tea is a huge part of Chinese tradition.
Yes, yeah.
What's it called? Is it and which cab firm is it? Is it Uber?
I don't know. I don't think it's an Uber.
I did say that.
Oh, key points of interest. Oh, maybe it is Uber.
You see, now Uber are putting all their profits into making driverless cars. That's the next thing. So Uber drivers don't realise that they're actually kind of driving themselves out of the job at some point.
Oh no, it says Uber has indicated it's ready to deploy driverless taxis.
There you go.
Driverless taxis, also known as robot taxis, are autonomous vehicles. While Uber has stated its readiness.
While you're doing that, so Jensen asks, and this could be for everybody actually, Do you sometimes have a midnight feast, like in Peppa Pig episode 1?
Do you know what? Yes. So when I was younger, probably about your age, Jensen, I used to have midnight feasts. But my family didn't mind, especially my stepdad. He actively encouraged us to have midnight feasts. So I would have friends over, and then we'd get a load of stuff and have it in the bedroom. We didn't even have to sneak downstairs. We just got it all, have it in the bedroom, and then we'd have a midnight feast.
Do you know when I do midnight feasts? I don't do them at any other time of the year except Christmas.
Yeah, but that's not a midnight feast though.
No, when we're off, and I do that as well. Because I tell you why, because there's so much stuff that's left over in the fridge. We never normally have spare stuff in the fridge because I eat it all. But this is the one time we have it in the fridge, and I will go down and do it because also it's cold. So I think,
well, you don't go down when your family are normally here till early hours in the morning, and we have
not just Christmas Day, but around the Christmas time. But that's one time. What about anybody else? Anybody else doing the old midnight feast? Let us know. Do you do it? Are you a regular of it, or do you prefer not to?
We should do a midnight feast one time.
Where are we? Richard said the DLR gets you crazy views on vlogs and shorts. We have to try that. Sam said, I can imagine why, because you can get right at the front of the train. So it'd be a really good thing to actually do. You could, on a what do you call it? Time series.
Oh, right, on a time lapse.
The DLR is an AI program system. Is it really? Okay, I didn't know that, Richard. Thank good info. Sam said, yes, I do. I thought so. I knew Sam. When Sam makes something, it's full of love. So I can imagine he's got a love and attention. Yeah. So we're going back to making the apples into applesauce. Nice, sweet, kind apple puree. Then nice, still sharp apple flavor. Chunks to cut through the fatty pork. Goes so well with the crackling. Now,
see, I don't like anything sour, so I know I wouldn't like that.
But you could always add sugar to your one.
I could always. I'm not a lover so much of the bramlings. I would, if I was going to make it, I'd probably use normal apples rather than cooking apples. But yeah, I'm very Mauritian. I was about to say I'm very Mauritian, but my taste buds are very Mauritian, so I don't like anything that tastes sharp. Or
everything with sugar.
Sometimes with pickled stuff is okay, but I don't like it when it's sharp. So that's why I don't eat a lot of people's apple crumbles, because I know it's going to be, they've done it in the way that is sour, and then the sweetness of the and I'm like, how does that even work? So you're going to sprinkle a bit of sugar on the crumble and all of that? It doesn't work. It's not nice.
So, Karina, in the UK, if we do like an apple pie or crumble, it normally has a slight sour taste to it. And the reason being, and that's the way you should do it, is because you add ice cream or custard with it, and that's extra sweetness. Now, in the States, I have never had a slightly sour pie or crumble because it's a lot sweeter.
Yeah, and my favourite is the peach cobbler.
Oh, yeah, Kelly.
Love a peach cobbler. Somebody was saying today that Humble Crumble have got their new seasonal month special, and they were saying that it was rose water, and I was like, oh, that'll give it a nice lychee taste. Let me Google and see.
So we'll have to try and do that. So, Col, I know you like a humble crumble.
I love a humble crumble.
Right, here we go. Where are we? Queenie said, those driverless cars are popular in San Francisco. It's been a complete debacle. Has it really?
Really?
Why?
I imagine, you know why? Because what if the Wi-Fi cuts, not the Wi-Fi, but do you know what I mean? Because they need, like a sat nav, you need a signal. If that signal cuts out, that's it.
Tell us what. Spill the tea. Sam said, have you seen the driverless taxi episode of the X-Files? No, I haven't. I'll have to Google that one.
It's been years since so I used to love X-Files, but because X-Files was on Sky One, I think, at the time, and I didn't have Sky One, and this is how old things are. So you could buy a box, right, and it would cost you £100 for the year. So I bought this box, and I remember, because my gran was very, very sad when I got a TV in my room, because she goes, oh, now she won't come and sit in the living room with me, because normally I'd get home, whether it be from college or whether it be from work or whatever, and I'd sit with my gran and we'd watch TV together. And then I got my own TV, and it came with this satellite box, and it had, and included in this package for £100, You got Sky One. You got Sky One, and then you got one music channel. And I can't remember what the music channel was. And then you got all of these other channels that were okay to watch. But Sky One was the one. And then that was where I could watch X-Files and all of that type of stuff. Roswell High, all of that type of stuff. And I remember I had it for like a few years. And I used to have to pay it by check every year. And I'd send £100 and all of this. But this one specific year, I was short of money. And I couldn't send the £100. And I said, oh, well, I'll send it. But luckily I didn't, because they went into administration a couple of months later. So it's a good job I didn't send the £100, because they went into administration.
What happened in the driverless car episode, Sam? Or I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but it is old, so probably said it. Karina said those driverless taxis are called Waymo here. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I just saw. Yeah, Waymo.
Richard said, Chinese tradition, how can I explain it? It's like you drink the tea, then open the mouth, but make a noise. It's also Japanese tradition. They both do it. It's like a slurping, is it? They do say extra fat. If you slurp, you get the best taste of the tea. Jensen said, I have a midnight feast once when I was little. This is a question for everyone. What is your favourite tube? Mine is the Metropolitan line. Oh, so you mean what is your favourite tube line? So mine's the Piccadilly.
Mine's Victoria.
It's got to be the Piccadilly. I'll tell you why, because it reminded me when I first came to London, I took the Piccadilly all the time.
Okay, so listen to this. This is the Eid special at Humble Crumble. Chilled mango compote infused with lime, topped with classic shortbread, cold cardamom custard, a drizzle of honey, nibbed pistachios, rose petals, and desiccated coconuts. I like all of that, but I don't want the cold custard. I want frozen custard, baby, with chocolate on it.
There you go. So completely reasonable request. Where are we? Sam said, my apple sauce is sweet and it's easy to avoid the larger bits of apple. Best of both worlds with sauces in one jug. There you go. You've got sweetness in it. You've got the sweetness. Kirsty said, when I was in sixth form at boarding school, we used to organise secret midnight feasts for younger ones in our common room. Hot chocolate and biscuits. Managed it 3 times before we got caught. Who caught you? Or was it one of the head teachers?
Biscuit. That's so cute.
What was it from the Polar Bear Express?
Hot chocolate.
It just reminds me of that. I can imagine you all doing that dance of that hot chocolate dance. I love those types of stories. Karina said, have you tried key lime pie? Only in the UK, and it was good, but I'd love to try it in the States. I do want to try it.
We were going to try it at the Cheesecake Factory, but you didn't want to try it, and we ended up getting the lemon meringue one.
I know. I should have just got that. I don't know why I didn't work for just the
Yeah, I would definitely like to try it, but also I really I didn't see the Basque cheesecake on the list. But the next time I'm there, I'm getting Basque cheesecake and then maybe key.
And nothing with coconut milk.
No, so this is the problem, right?
Hi, Chloe. Sorry, hello, Chloe.
Hey, Chloe. Hope you're well. One time, this is just happened to be coincidence, right? Now, whenever we go to Hollywood Studios, Anaheim, and I get the pina colada there when they're doing pina colada, tastes amazing. Whenever we go to Bahama Breeze, we get the virgin pina colada, and I've had the normal pina colada. Tastes amazing. I went to the San Angel, if you watch the video, and they brought me I don't know what Mark kept in and what he took out, but they brought me they said, oh, we've got pina colada. Would you like a virgin pina colada?
All of that's in the video.
And I said, yes, please. I'll have one. Now they brought it over, and I was just like, and I tasted it, and I was like, this don't taste right. This tastes of. So there's a compound, and not everybody can taste it.
You can say the compound because I left in what you reviewed it.
Yeah.
I can't even watch my own video. Anyway.
So there's a compound, and no, because Uncle Joe was here, and I had it on, and I was answering bits and pieces, but I was in the garden. I was entertaining. I can't, Anyway, so anyway, they brought it. Now there's a compound that certain people, like people who eat coriander or cilantro, and it tastes of soap, or that. There's a compound in certain chocolates and stuff like that where it tastes or smells of basically vomit. Now I have that.
Like Parmesan cheese.
No, I don't get it. No, Parmesan cheese. I just don't like the taste of it, but it doesn't taste of vomit. But there are certain compounds that does. Anyway, It just so happened I was drinking, so I took a sip of it and I was like, oh no, it tastes of vomit. I can't have it. It was very similar to when we went to M&S and we had the scones, but you could taste or smell it after that
in M&S, but
in M&S,
but not in
it. So I was like, I can't drink. So I tried and I took another couple of sips and I was like, no, I can't drink this. So I just left it to the side. Anyway, I didn't say anything, carried on eating, blah, blah, blah. And then the guy came over to me and said, oh, are you all right with it? Do you like it? Tell me the truth, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, I don't. I didn't explain that it tasted of vomit. But anyway, so he brought me a Coke, which was lovely of him. Anyway, we then go to Cheesecake Factory. Now, I love Cheesecake Factory. I've never had a problem there before. So I wanted to get the Thai noodles. And then he said to me, oh, yeah, it's this. And then he said to me, I think I spoke on this, pasta, right? Now, pasta and noodles, they do have the same ingredients, but they are done in different ways. So there is a process that happens and they're done in different ways, which gives them different tastes. So when he said to me, oh, yeah, we're going to put pasta in it, I was like,
and you still ordered it.
Pasta?
And then he told you it had coconut sauce. And you still ordered it.
Yeah, but coconut sauce, I don't have a problem with coconut sauce. I've never had a problem with coconut before. This is the only time where I've had a problem with coconut. Don't forget, we went to Bahama Breeze. What did we order? What did we order in Bahama Breeze?
No, that's not coconut.
Yes, it is.
You're saying coconut milk.
You know what? When we go, I will make sure.
Google. You got access to the internet. Google it. That's not coconut milk.
Okay.
So Kenny decided to order it and goes, "Oh, this tastes of vomit." But I said, "Well, what did you expect? You clearly don't like it."
And then I was sitting there thinking, "Oh no!" But I think it's because there's different types of, just like there is cream. So in the States, they tend to use oil in their cream, but we don't do that here. So obviously, sometimes when I'm eating the cream, I can feel all the oil and all of that, and I'm just like, oh. But it's just it's just the way that you make things is in every place is very difficult. Now, I believe there are probably some ways to use coconut milk, and the way that they make that coconut milk is not the way that my body can handle it. So I was just like, or it's with the compound where I can smell. And so another thing that does it for me, which is unfortunate, is Hershey's. And I remember when I went to the States, I thought, oh, Hershey's is the big thing. I have to try it. Everybody talks about it. And unfortunately, it has the compound that makes it. But one of the guys at work was explaining to me, it's because it's a preservative, so it preserves the chocolate and stuff like that. So it's a specific preservative that is used in those two coconut milks that didn't agree with me, unfortunately.
Richard said, here's a huge tip for you. So Kenny still ordered it, so there's a £23 bill for me. $23 tip. Here's a huge tip for you, Mark and Kelly. Huge mega tip. Do Google reviews all the places you go. As Google reviews turn to actual benefits, you'll be surprised. I got 400 likes on my review on Google. Well, funny you should say that, actually. Every time we went to the States, the restaurateurs always said to me, when I come to pay the bill, they would always say to me, could you just give a Google review? And I always did. And I did notice it kept on saying you got X amount of points every time I gave one. So I will carry that on. Thank you, Richard. It did actually lead to somebody asking me a question, which I haven't got back to on. But that's when we went to Space 220. I left a review. And Space 220 got back to me and said, thank you for the nice review. So I shall give that a go. Thank you. Good tip.
Mark's he's very much about that. And he will do that. He's very good. I'm just like, I'm thinking, I'm not going to go.
Kenny will probably go. But don't tell people you're going to. I'll do it.
I just say, I just say, oh, thank you, or whatever. But Mark's very, very good. I've got to give it to Mark. He really does. He'll go and he'll leave reviews and stuff like that. I'm one of those ones I go, I'm going. I'm not going to go online and then look at this, that, and the other. The only time I'm going to look online is if I want to go and reserve a place there or something like that. But Mark is very good. He's very good at leaving.
Well, I always like to give positive ones. I don't like doing negative ones. If I didn't like the food, I would just leave it. I never want anyone to get into trouble. But...
Oh, cream of coconut.
Oh, is it?
It's a pina colada. But Mark talks to me as if I don't know what I'm talking about, right? But if anybody knows, right, and pina colada was made in, was it Cuba?
Pina colada.
I think that's where it originated from, somewhere like that. And the basic of a pina colada is coconut milk,
Right.
coconut cream, all of that type of
Now,
stuff.
Karina's going to spill the tea, so let me read this. Right, this is going back to the driverless cars
Spill the tea.
being a debacle. So there were Instagram posts where the Waymo cars end up in clusters and cannot maneuver themselves away from each other, and they all get into a bunch of cars honking their horns at each other. Oh, really? So what, they kind of like, they get into a grid and then they can't work out how to escape it. Oh, that's fascinating. That's so interesting, and they can't work out how to do that.
That, you know what it reminds me of? What's the movie that Will Smith did with the android?
iRobot.
iRobot. That reminds me of something like iRobot. Do you know what I mean? Where they're just clumped together and all. Yeah, I can see it I can see the word very much going like iRobot.
Jensen said, everyone, what is your favorite train operator in the Southwest Railway? Mine is the Southwest Railway. So, favorite train operator. I've got to say, probably GWR, Great Western Railway.
Yeah. It's the one that goes to Brighton.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. That goes to the West Country. So when
I like the one that goes to Brighton.
Oh,
I think that is. I think that might be Southwestern.
Oh, that'll be the same. Southwestern. There's two of you with Southwestern.
I think it's Southwestern. I like the one that goes to Brighton.
You need to do a taste test on that humble crumble. That we may do.
We've done humble crumble before.
No. On that specific one, Karina's saying.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to see if I can tailor it to me, to what I want, though. Which is frozen custard.
Here we go. You need to do a taste. Oh, so we've done that one. So Karina said it's big in Florida since key limes are grown there. This is the key lime pie. I will have to try a key lime pie next time we go to Florida.
Yeah, I'm going to try in Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, we might have to try and cheesecake. Don't order the coconut.
You just shush.
Richard said my favourite train stop is the 483. The D stop as both run on the island line, the Isle of Wight. Where are we? Of course, yeah, because you love the Isle of Wight. I've not been on the Isle of Wight, Richard, for years
and years. I haven't been to the Isle of Wight. Years.
I would love to go back. Oh, Jensen said, has everyone been to Capri World? I have been once. We have been.
Yes, we have.
Now, this is back a long time ago. If you go back through our videos for a long time, we have got quite a few videos on Capri World, but we do need to go back because we haven't been for such a long time. So I think we will try and get back there at some stage. I would like to go back there.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody not familiar, is in Bourneville, which is just outside Birmingham. Did you like it, Jensen? Where are we? So we are. Victoria said, has everyone been to? Oh no, we've done that one. Is anybody watching this year's Australian MasterChef?
No.
Now I prefer the Australian version because I love the British version because the American version is similar to the Australian version. So everybody else is or everybody basically cooks at the same time, and they've got them sort of bench after bench after bench.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm not really one for MasterChef, but I do love Bake Off, and I love professional Bake Off as well. Can't wait till it starts this year, but then when it does start, you know that it's coming to winter kind of thing. So
yeah,
it's a bit sweet.
Karina says, Sam, does Gordon Ramsay host the Australian one too? Gordon Ramsay does the American one, but also what was I going to say? Also, what's his name? Marco Pierre White used to do the Australian one, and I don't know if he still does. So that's worth watching. They used to call him the Great White. That's what they call him in Australia. Sam said he's not a full-time judge or host, but I think the first week Gordon was in it. Oh, okay.
Maybe he probably visits and comes in, dips in and out.
Karina said, "Is M&S the same as Marks and Spencer?" Of
yes.
Course. Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is. We just call it.
It's called under several names. So it'd be M&S, Marks and Sparks, or Marks and Spencer. It used to be called St. Michael's years ago, but it's not called St. Michael's anymore.
Karina said, "Where are we? Jensen said, "What's everybody's lucky number?"
I don't know if I have one, to be quite honest.
Well, I always think lucky number 7. Has anybody got a lucky number? Do they use it? Does anybody use these for their lottery tickets? Victoria said, "You get the Jensen said you get the Reading to Heathrow by Railcar Coach, Rail Air Coach." Well, also as well, NatWest go to the airports. I didn't realise that. No, National Express, sorry, not NatWest. National Express go to the airports.
Yeah, it does.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, because I took it one time. I took it to Heathrow. And my mum had to pick me up and drop me off where it goes to, and then I got it to
Sam said a pirate invented the pina colada. Is that true?
Oh, I didn't know that. I heard that it was a bartender that had developed it, and I want to say it was in Cuba or somewhere like that, because I remember a bartender talking about it. So I didn't know that. I didn't know pirate.
Is that true? Is that actually true? Because Lucille and Louisa's joined us. Hello.
Yes, hi, yes. I remember you and welcome.
Yes, nice to see you again. As does M1 DOS. Although, hello, welcome. And you probably can't understand me because he said I'm an American and I can't understand his accent. Can somebody explain what he's saying? I can't understand him either. But
we're from London. We're from the UK, so he doesn't have an American accent.
No. He said M1 DOS said he's an American.
Oh.
But sorry, I don't want to misgender because I don't know if you are male or female.
Yes,
but,
sorry.
So I am an American and I can't understand his accent. Is it too?
You say I can't understand what he's talking about.
Yes,
so
right.
who
Me? Because I'm talking.
Right. That's what I said.
Is it? Do you find it's too? They call it glottaling, which I do. So glottaling is when all your words go into one sentence.
So are you saying that he's speaking too fast, or he's not enunciating?
Which one? Let us know. Always up for improvement. So thank you for the feedback. Sam said they just did a daddy sandwich challenge on MasterChef. Oh my god, they looked amazing. What, on the Australian one, or on the British one? If it's the Australian one, Sam, tell us what they did. Please do tell, because I'm always, what I love about deli sandwiches is the difference in textures. So when you've got things like pickles, and then you put, some people put crisp in it to give it the crunch, and then you've got layers of cheese, which is the soft bit. That's the bit I like, because it's almost like a surprise.
Yeah, I like textures in my sandwich, but if I'm going to make a crisp sandwich, I only like specific things. So maybe it might be with cheese, or it might just be plain. I don't like it with other deli meats or anything like that. But the thing that I do like crispy onions. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In a sandwich is nice.
So I think I've asked this question before, but I'm always happy to throw it out there as well. Does anybody have a sandwich that they make that they would really recommend? This is the ultimate sandwich. Where are we? Richard said lucky number is 13, as my holiday platform is 13. Twice arrived at 13, so obviously one military time, which is 1 p.m. And I'm in bungalow 13.
Oh.
So when you buy lottery tickets, do you often pick number 13 in there? I'm guessing you do. Jensen said, "Oh, bye, Jensen.
Bye,
Take
Jensen."
care." Sam said, "Puerto Rico pirate was Roberto Cofresi, if I pronounce that properly. To boost the morale of his crew, he gave them a beverage cocktail that contained coconut, pineapple, white rum. This is what we later known as pina colada."
Well, I can imagine, because there would have been rum. I can imagine there would have been rum on a pirate ship for sure. And yeah, so that's really interesting.
Maidos said, "I guess this is just how British people speak." It is indeed. It is indeed.
Is indeed.
It's not everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
I understand, pardon the pun, but it is true. It is true.
Yes.
But nice to see you.
But never had difficulty in people understanding what Mark or I are saying. And we've been to the States quite a bit, but we've never had somebody say that they didn't understand what we're saying.
Maybe it's a thing. Maidos is not understanding.
Interesting.
But I'll have to announce a bit more. Sorry, Maidos. Karina said New York deli sandwiches are crazy, ridiculously big. Where was the place you went to in New York and it was like stacked like this? That place. Do you remember you said there was a specific place you went to? I forgot the name of the restaurant.
No, I never went. I've never ordered a deli sandwich in New York ever. I've been twice.
But you said there was a place there that did them.
There probably was, which I probably knew at the time, but I don't remember now.
I ate there, and I can't remember where it was. I didn't order the deli sandwich, but I forgot the name of it. Never mind. Richard said my favorite cook is my niece because she cooks with perfection.
Oh,
what's the best dish your niece does, Richard? What would you say is the best niece best meal she does, or what's your favourite meal that your niece does? Sam said one of them made a croque madame sandwich. It looked so tasty. What is a croque madame? Croque monsieur and croque madame.
Croque monsieur is a ham and cheese toasted
What's
sandwich.
a madame?
I'm not sure what a madame is. I think it's a different cheese, I believe.
Sam, you're going to have to help us out. What was
Which one is croque madame? Either or, I don't like the cheeses that they use. So I like a cheddar cheese, but they use different cheeses, which I'm not really fond of.
What I do, but they take it up another level. So they use things like the sourdough bread. They put the different cheeses in there. So
I don't think they use sourdough bread in France.
So one of the things, no, this isn't French. So
a croque madame. So
they made it on Australian MasterChef. This isn't in France.
Oh, sorry.
Get with
Apologies.
the program.
I'm thinking, what? They wouldn't use sourdough bread in France.
They do their own twist. So I did see actually on YouTube, which was amazing, was it was the American chef showing his favorite grilled cheese sandwich, and the secret was he actually used mayonnaise instead of butter. And he said what that does is the fat content fries a lot better, but also he used 3 types of cheese. He used Gruyere, cheddar, and I want to say Monterey Jack, but I might be wrong. Was the 3? And then obviously he'd fry those in there, but then he'd put them in a pan with a lid. So of course all that condensation melts the cheese. I'm going to have to try it.
The thing is, so Mark made me a sandwich in the air fryer, but it was too crunchy. I didn't like it. Now I like crisp, and I like, like a crusty roll or something like that. But I don't like it when the bread is too crispy. I don't like that. But I like that it might have a bit of a crunch. And then, it's like a nice and bready and stuff like that. So when I make pizza toast or something like that, I don't like it to be like properly crisp. I like it crisp, but I felt like with the mayonnaise, it was a bit too much for me. It was too crispy.
Karina said, I'm an American. I understand both Mark and Kelly perfectly fine. I think he's just playing, Karina. That's all right. I'm happy to play. It's fine.
I was just thinking, because we've been to the States many, many times, and I've never had a problem, and Mark's never had a problem that I'm aware of, where they don't understand what Mark is saying.
That's all right. I take it in good jest. It's only a bit of fun. It's fine. Richard said, my dinner is how I can describe quirky, tangy, and sweet. Well, I was going to say, with all those ingredients, I've never ever put mint in mashed potatoes. So both Richard and Sam have recommended that.
Yeah. I think like with both of them, they have that sort of quirkiness. And I'm very unquirky, I have to say. I'm not really quirky, but I do like sometimes alternative things. But I'm not really that like a quirky person. But there are people that I work with who are quirky, but not quirky in the food sense, but just like quirky people. I love them. They're my favorites. But yeah, I suppose I admire it that bit more because I'm not that quirky really. So I admire it in other people that bit more. I'm pretty much like traditional, or I'll do it this way. And then every now and again I might go like be different. But pretty much, I don't know, maybe it's the way that I grew up. I'm quite conditioned. So I'm quite traditional. And then when somebody does something different, I'm like,
yeah.
But then it depends, because sometimes I'll like it and then I'll continue and I'll do it in that vein. If you've done something and it was quirky and I like it, that's it. I will do it that way forever. I won't go back to the old way that I was doing it. I will do it the new way or the quirky way and then continue. But more often than not, I'm pretty traditional.
Oh, so Sam said, I soak my crunchy bread with olive juice from the jarred olives, and I add cheeses and cold meats and salads.
That would be Mark's thing.
Do you know what?
It would not be mine.
I've got to try that. So do you get obviously the taste of the that olive taste to it?
Because Mark likes things like that.
Oh yeah.
Mark he's very he likes like pickles and like anything that's a little bit sharp and stuff like that. Like like capers and gherkins and all of that type of stuff. I don't mind capers. Like running throughout a sandwich or something, but not too many. And I don't like gherkins or any of that type of stuff. I don't even really like tartar sauce, but you quite enjoy it with your fish and stuff. And Mark's the sort of person that will squeeze lemon on the fish, and to me that's far too strong. I don't like lemon. I don't mind lemony tasting things, but when it comes to seafood and stuff like that, I feel like the lemon is too strong. But even Evelyn, she likes to squeeze lemon on her fish as well.
Yeah, I love
She
it.
does,
I mean, Kenny, no.
Don't mess with my taste. Don't mess with my taste.
Where are we? But thank you, Sam. That's genius. I might give that a try. Thank you. Right, the main difference between a croque monsieur and a croque madame is that in a croque madame you add an egg.
Oh,
that's what it is. Thank you, Sam.
Okay.
We could.
Do you know what I was picturing? An apricot, right? In my mind when I was picturing it, but of course it's the egg yolk that I'm picturing. Because when I was thinking, but that's not right, because that's not a croque madame. That's a Danish, an apricot Danish. But that's why when you said croque madame, that's what I was picturing was the egg yolk. But yeah.
Karina said, I wish I could cook like you guys. Listen, don't be fooled to the fact that I can cook. I like to do things as well. It doesn't mean it's a great dish. Please, honestly, one of those things as well is what we love about this channel is chatting with food with you guys.
Yeah.
As well. But just do it. Honestly, Karina, never think you can't cook.
I don't even come. The only time I use recipes is if I'm learning something new, like say I want to do something, I've seen something and I think, oh yeah, I want to do that and I want to recreate it. Then I've got a load of cookbooks. But the only time I use the cookbooks is if I want to learn something new or seen something in the cookbook, or if I am baking something. That's the only time. The other times, and then if I use a cookbook, that's just the base. And then I add all my other things and I'll make it different or whatever. But if I'm cooking like seafood pasta or something, that's my own creation. And I'll just think, oh, do you know what? I'm just going to try this. I'm just going to try that and see what works. That's the only time. Even when I make a mushroom risotto, it's never just mushroom. I put all sorts of fish in it and all different types of ingredients. And I tend to make them vegetarian or fish because then Mark can eat whatever it is that I make. But the other things I will admit, like the other day when I made shepherd's pie, and then I gave one of the shepherd's pies to my mum. But yeah, it will be a little while before I make shepherd's pie again. But yeah, again, it was a basic recipe from my stepdad. And then I created my own and did my own.
There you go. Yeah. But yeah, I bet you're much better than you think.
Yeah,
I bet you are. Richard said, my niece makes a banging katsu curry. She always... Does she do her own spices? That is impressive.
Yeah.
She always stands up there, arms crossed, and got a complete... Or when she slaps you across the head, she's Miss Wednesday. She's really confident like that when she's cooked it. Dwayne, hello!
Hi!
Oh, sorry again for being late on the phone.
No, don't be silly.
Never late. Dwayne, the two questions you've got to ask is, what's your favourite crisps? What's your favourite sandwich? That's what we were discussing.
My favourite crisps are cheese and onion, by the way.
Sam said, this guy makes the bechamel sauce, added cheese and ham. I think he then wrapped it in more Italian ham, then breaded it and deep fried it. It oozed the sauce all over when they cut it open. Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Sam, I can picture that. That sounds delicious.
I'm not so sure about the bechamel part. I would need, see, because sometimes, so I'm not a lover of mac and cheese. It's okay. But I
love mac and cheese.
I can be a little bit funny with creamy stuff. Like if it's like cream, as in a cream cake, that's fine. But sometimes with cheese, I can be a little bit funny in the sense that I don't like anything too cheesy or, you know, and it's a smell thing as well. And it's a taste thing. So like with Mark, he pretty much likes all cheeses except for cream cheese.
Yeah.
It's probably the only one.
I want proper cheese. Not
well,
this.
you do eat goat's cheese.
That's proper cheese. Nothing.
But it is quite creamy. Goat's cheese is quite
creamy stuff. I'm not a big fan of.
It's the only creamy one I think that you like is goat's cheese.
Yeah. Although camembert I do like. I've got to say.
Yeah, camembert or brie. But again, it's not. They're not sort of like creamy cheeses. Whereas I prefer the creamy ones. I do like some of the other ones. You know, like cranberry Rensleydale or something like that. I do like that. We've in the fridge at the moment. We've got some cranberry Wednesday down and all of this. I've got some dips. So after this, I'm gonna go get some dips. I've got some tortilla chips in the cupboard. I'm gonna do some dips and
I
stuff
might
like that.
join you. Sam said, Sam, with that bechamel, that does. I know I don't normally have the ham, but the bechamel that would make an amazing cheese sandwich. Oh, Sam, I can picture that. It sounds delish. Although I'm not a fan of deep fried anything. Are you not, Karina?
Ooh. Do you know what? Not everyone is. You know, a lot of people are not really. I don't eat a lot of deep fried food, but when we went to Dallas, we went to the state fair.
Oh, in the south.
And everything there was fried. Everything there was fried. I wish I had tried more fried foods, but I didn't. But they had a deep fried cheesecake, and apparently they have a competition every year.
Deep fried cheesecake.
Yeah, deep fried cheesecake. And apparently they have a competition every year, and then whatever wins then becomes part of the fried food state fair. So one day I would like to go back and go to the state fair.
Has anybody tried deep fried cheesecake, or has anybody tried the deep fried Mars bar? If they have, put it in the comments. That's one thing I do want to try, is the deep fried Mars bar.
Or anything deep fried. We could have tried it, and then when I went to order it, he said no.
No, because I just thought I don't want to eat a whole one. I just want to bite of one.
Yeah, and I could have bitten one, and you could have bitten the other part of it.
That's a half. Jensen said, my favourite song is Die With A Smile.
How big do you think a Mars bar is? It's not that big.
Well, who did Die With A Smile? Oh, he's gone. All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye, take care, Jensen. We'll see you Tuesday. Right, Richard said, grating fresh horseradish is worse than cutting onions. Left the kitchen 5 times. Proper crying eyes. I love horseradish. I really do enjoy horseradish. I've never.
Is horseradish different to radishes, or is it the same thing?
It's different.
Okay.
Horseradish is what you're supposed to have with steaks, but you won't like it. You won't like horseradish, but it's really nice. If you add it to cream cheese, it's really, really good. Sam said, I saved my olive juice. It's great to add to mayo or brighten up a sandwich. Yes, you get the yummy olive flavour, best on crunchy bread. I shall give that a go. Sam, that's a genius tip. Thank you. Richard said, when I smelt the fresh horseradish that grated 5 times, worse than smelling salt. Lots of crazy words came. Is it that bad? Do you know what? I always buy it ready-made. I never grate my own horseradish.
I've never seen. It's one of those things like beetroots where I know I've used beetroot before because I've had to actually grate it before. But prior to that, I'd only ever seen beetroot as it is. I'd never seen it like not, the red beetroot that stains all your fingers. Never seen it other than that, so it's quite interesting.
Like purple carrots. Sam said they also made a meteorite dessert. So this is in MasterChef. They poured whiskey over the thin chocolate shell, which melted to reveal a rock inside filled with yumminess. That's the kind of thing you get at Space 220.
Yeah, but you know what? So in Professional Bake Off one year, when they had to do their sort of like piece and they had to tell a story, it was really good. And they were pouring the dry ice and they were telling the story. That was the only year it was really good. It's never been as good as that year where they told the story and all that. It's never been as good as that year.
Oh, they'll never replicate. Sam said deep fried Mars bars are amazing. Oh, are they? I've seen them so many times. I'm a bit nervous about trying them because I thought I don't want to like them. Because if I like them, I want more of them. And they sound the most unhealthy thing ever. But
you wouldn't have them all the time. You would just have them every now and again.
Well, down south here in London, they're very difficult to get hold of. I've not seen them around. It's only in the one near my parents that I've seen sell them.
Yeah.
But I would love to try them. I would really like to try them. So, Sam, I think we're going to have to give them a go. Karina said, to be fair, vegetable oil is used so much in deep frying here, and vegetable oil is terrible.
Yeah.
It is, unfortunately. Well, they do wonder if the rise in bowel cancer is connected with the oil we eat. They are wondering that. Risha said, my favourite crisps is banging salt. You get me? That's the title. I've not tried those. Banging salt.
Like what? Is it just salt?
Oh, Richard said, I make my own. Sandwich is spring. Oh, this is for their favourite sandwich.
Right.
Sandwich is spring onions, tomatoes, iceberg lettuce, beetroot, clover and hovis, farm loaf. I'm fussy. So it's got to be hovis and it's got to be clover spread. And if it's not those two, you're not going to like them. Interesting. So it's almost like it's quite a healthy one.
Mine is ham and cheese. I love ham. I use my Cathedral City. I get the honey roasted ham, and and I like it toasted. Melt my cheese.
There you go.
Melt my cheese.
One of the things I really did get into the States, and Karina, I'm not sure how many of these or if you have decent ones in your area, but when we went to Florida, the one I really got into was to have a tomato soup and then a grilled cheese sandwich with it.
Oh, that's very popular in the States.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really got into that. It's not really a big thing here. I mean, obviously you'd have cheese.
You don't have them together here.
No.
So you'll get a tomato soup, and sometimes you'll get so whenever you have soup as a starter here, or I think they call it, you guys call it an appetizer. Or even if you're having lunch, you only get a wedge of bread, and you're lucky if you get butter with it. And normally it's like 1 pat of butter that you will use, and you will eat. When you went to eat before it went into administration, they used to do soups all the time, and I used to really like their soups, so I'd get it. But before, they used to do a nice chunk of wedge bread, and then you would get like your 1 butter, which you have, and then you dip that. Oh, it's delicious. And I used to have that I had that for quite a few lunchtimes. But then they changed the size of the bread, and then it wasn't as good, and all of that type of stuff. But we don't normally here have soup with a grilled cheese sandwich. You wouldn't get that here.
Take care, Jensen. We'll see you Tuesday.
Bye, Jensen. See you Tuesday. Don't forget, we're not here next Friday.
Yeah, just Tuesday. Sam said roast beetroot is so nice. I've not had that either. Or I probably have actually, but probably in a meal that I didn't realise it was roast beetroot. But I do love beetroot. I do love it cold as well, as you know. Richard said, having a Chinese takeaway, not food taking Chinese lady out. For local work, her words, Chinese takeaway, not mine. Oh, so you're actually taking a person out, a Chinese person out. Is that right?
I love not taking the Chinese person out. I wouldn't mind taking the Chinese person out, but what I'm saying is I love Chinese takeaway.
That's one of your favourite foods, isn't it, Chinese?
You know what? I love Thai food. I don't know what I love more. I love Japanese. I love is it East Asia? Yeah. Yes. I love all that food. So like Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Thai. I think Thai might be my favourite.
Richard said deep fried Mars bar described is like chocolate chewy donut. So you've had one too. I'm missing out on this, you know. Everyone's having these ones. Please have the deep fried Mars bar on the live, said Sam. All right, Sam, if I can, I will try it. Now, our local chip shops don't seem to sell them. That's the problem. But if I can find one that does, I will get hold of one. We will do that. Karina said it's very popular here. This is the tomato. But I have no idea why. I hate tomatoes. Oh yeah. If you don't like tomatoes, you're not going to like the soup.
If you don't, do you know what? I don't like tomatoes, but I don't mind tomato soup. It's funny because I don't like tomatoes, but I don't mind tomato things. So like ketchup, like tomato soup. I love sun-dried tomatoes, that sort of thing. I like pizza. You know, I don't mind passata sauce, all of that. I just don't like fresh tomatoes.
So, guys, tell us if somebody said for your birthday or a special occasion, they would get you any food you wanted, but you'd have to tell them. So you'd have to say like Italian, or you'd have to say Chinese. So any country's food is going to be a special treat for you. They'll get a chef who's amazing, can cook any food you like. Which country's food are you going for your special occasion? So are you going Chinese? Are you going Indian? Are you going Japanese? Are you going French? What are you going for?
I'm going for my crispy aromatic duck. Oh, I'm going for my crispy pork belly. Oh, I'm going for my my fried rice, special fried rice, or pork fried rice. Oh, and then noodles. And like, oh god, yeah, I could pick. That's the thing. So with Thai, there's certain dishes that I like, but with Chinese, there's a plethora of dishes that I like. So I probably would opt for Chinese. But what I do like about Thai is I like the spiciness of Thai food.
So it's Chinese.
I love Chinese.
I'm gonna go Italian. I'm gonna have to say Italian. That's the one I would go for.
Well, what would you have Italian?
Well, the good thing is, because I've said Italian, what do you think?
It's just pizza.
No, you've got all those pasta dishes
Which you don't eat.
But I only need pizza. I only
Yeah,
need
that's
pizza.
what I'm saying.
But there's lots of other ones. It isn't just that as well. They got some fantastic fish dishes as well. So it would. Do you know what? Turkish would be up there. Turkish
yeah, yeah.
But mine would be Italian. Richard said, "Banging salt, you get me," is the name. The name I made for my salt crisps. 100 times better than Walker's. Just said, how do you make your banging salts?
I mean, it's salted crisps. That's just like saying, "Oh, I love vanilla ice cream." So, and Mark loves vanilla ice cream.
What's wrong with that?
I'm not saying. I just feel it's very vanilla.
Well, exactly. I hope so, because that's what I wanted.
It's very vanilla.
Chloe, we are good. How are you? It's been ages.
It's been ages. Chloe.
How have you been, Chloe?
I hope you're well.
Sam said Chinese, French, or real Texas barbecue. Right, Sam, we're going to be cruel. We're going to force you to pick one of them. Is it the Chinese? Now, they're very different, you've picked. So Chinese has obviously got the, but then you've got the French, which is got a totally different style. And Texas barbecue will be totally different as well.
Do you know what? I've got to be real with you, yeah? I went to Texas and I had their barbecue. And I have to admit it. I'm really, really sorry to all the Americans out there. I'm really, really sorry.
Go careful what you say.
I know. But I didn't think that the Texas barbecue was as good as. So there is a Texas barbecue here in the UK called Texas Joe's. And I've got to say, it was really, really good. It was really, really good. And I was quite shocked because I'd already been to Texas. And I'm not a lover of Tex-Mex. If you know me, I'm not really. There are some Mexican dishes that I do like. I don't know if quesadilla is Mexican or not, but when we went to San Angel, they had quesadillas, and it was a big taco, as far as I'm concerned. That did not look like a quesadilla. I've had quesadillas. And it didn't look like the quesadillas that I'd had in the past. So
well done. You managed to insult all the Texans and all the Mexicans in one swell swoop. Right, anyway.
But if you... all right. Let me put it to you. If you know of a really good barbecue place that is in Florida, let us know. Because we'll whenever we're there, we'll try going there. Or, well, I mean Orlando, Florida. But... if one time that we do go to Texas, can you name us a really good barbecue? And now I realize if we do go to barbecue, we have to go early because they cook for that morning. And then by the evening, if it's sold out and it's not hot. So if you can name me a really good barbecue that you know that's in Texas, in Dallas specifically, if we ever get a chance to go again, I will go there and I'll try to make a beeline for that and go there and see what we're dealing with.
So, Corinne, if you're still talking to us after that, so let us know of one you would recommend. Richard said, I'd rather let my niece cook for me as I can't live without her food. And Italian relations do the best coffee ever as I'm from Italy. Well, I know, I do.
Fair enough.
And well, after you've said that quite a few. Your niece must be a really good cook. Hello, it's Sienna has joined us. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How are you doing, Sienna? Again, it's been a long time.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Karina said, "Oh, Texas barbecue. Do you prefer the dry rub or the wet sauce?"
I like both. I think for my ribs, I would like a sauce on it, but if it's a steak or something like that, a dry rub would be very, very nice.
So, tell us, guys, are you a dry rub or a wet sauce person?
And it needs to fall off the bone. Don't give me something that's not going to fall off the bone. Do you know what? So we went to this place called Noodle Inn. There's a few of them around, but this one is in Soho, I think, or close to Soho. And I got the beef tip or burnt ends or whatever they call it. There's a big massive bone, but when you pull the bone, the meat just fell off, and I was just like, you see, that's what I'm talking about. The meat just went boom, and then I just had to put the bone to the side, and I continued to eat. But the noodles were a bit too thick for me. I don't like that. Mark likes the really thick noodles. Those noodles were a bit too thick for me. But the way that I just poured that beef, and they did this really lovely it was prawn mayo something, mayo prawns or something like that. So
There you go.
good.
Life has been good, thank you, Chloe. Good to see you. But
Yes.
do send your regards to your mum and Dan because we haven't seen them for ages. So I hope everybody's well. But yeah, we're good. How have you guys been?
Hope you guys are well.
Corinna said, yeah, Texas barbecue, I feel, is all dependent upon the sauce. My Chris, says Richard, are better and they're bigger and people tried. My mum, my sister, a few friends, they're like, oh my God. Proper banging. That's how it got its name. Do you actually make them yourself? Are you cutting
slicing
up the
he's slicing up the potatoes.
Wow. And do you deep fat fry them or do you bake them? Corinna said, I wonder if there's a Texas Roadhouse in Florida.
Do you know what? There is a Roadhouse here. It's not called Texas Roadhouse, but we do have a Roadhouse here.
What?
But
is it the same company?
Yeah, if there is a Texas Roadhouse, I will look it up and then because we are bound to go to Florida again at some point. And then when we do,
yes, we will definitely. And Sam said smoked brisket, short ribs, cornbread, smoked turkey, and smoked sausages. Some of the places I've seen online look too good.
Look at Texas Joe's. Look at Texas Joe's. I swear I'm going there again. We've already said like a few of us already said we're going there again.
Richard said I'm trying dating again. So friends dates are a start. So can get my dates on my vlogs. You're not going to vlog a date. Don't vlog the date. You can vlog afterwards. Don't do it while you're there. But good luck for you, Richard. Yes. I really do wish you dates. You're a really nice guy. So I hope it does go well.
Yeah.
Corinna said a friend of mine is moving to Dallas and her first assignment is to find a barbecue place for us to go to.
Yes. I've heard, so I went to Pecan Lodge when I was there, and that was nice. And then there was another place, Terry Black's. Terry Black's is the one that everybody was raving about. So one day when I go back to Dallas, which I'm sure I will do, I'm going to try Terry Black's.
Richard said, I should get my sister to invite you over for her cooking session as it'll be nice. Okay.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Corinna said, yes, if it's ribs, it needs to fall off the bone. But now, here's a question. Wait. She has a question for you. Pork or beef ribs?
Oh, pork ribs.
Pork. There you go. What about you?
Pork ribs.
Richard said, my Chris recipe is a secret. All right. Okay.
You don't have to tell us, but I'm just thinking if you're doing Chris, you're slicing the potatoes yourself.
But I'm gonna try and get that out of you, Richard. That's gonna be my mission this year to get your Chris recipe. Karina said, Richard, don't vlog during the date, please. Yeah, that may not go down well.
Especially if your date doesn't know about it.
So here we are on our date. So what do you think?
Yeah, but yeah, I love pork ribs. I like beef ribs as well, but I like pork ribs. And when I want, so like with the beef tips and all that, I want them to fall off the bone. And I've got to say, when we went to Texas Joe's, the beef tips there were really, really good. They were really good. But I've got to say, I really did enjoy the food there, and I definitely want to go back for sure.
Karina said, I like pork ribs too. I wonder if the Costco's there offers marinated ribs that you just need to put on the grill. We have them here. Do you know what? I really wish we'd gone to Costco's after talking to you on the live, because all of these things now you mentioned, we didn't spot at the time. We'll have to go back to Costco.
Yeah, we will.
We'll have to go back and check it. We may even do a vlog actually if we go to Costco, just to show we can show you what's in the British one.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's gone well past 8, so I think we will leave the live there. But Richard said, I won't vlog during my date, but my date knows I vlog.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's okay.
Nice.
She's like, maybe one day, but can take pictures of our date.
That'd be nice.
Like a MK slideshow. Yes, yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Sam said, my mum used to beg me to make her hoisin pork ribs. Oh, now that you're talking Kelly's language. With egg
or char siu pork. Oh my god. I went, so I don't know if any of you know what a banh mi is. So banh mi is actually, I'm just trying to
This
think.
sounds rude. What does banh mi mean?
Banh mi is it's Vietnamese, I think.
Oh, okay.
I want to say it's Vietnamese. Where it's a crusty roll. The crusty roll is delicious, and inside they put like pickled veg and all of these, and they put like pork belly, or they do duck and all of these. And there's one place that I went to the other day. Well, I say the other day, a few months ago, and that is really good. And I brought a few people, and they really enjoyed it. And then I found another place, but I don't. It's very, very good, but I think the one that I tried is not as good as the other place. But I need to try their signature. So the other place is a signature one, and this place is a signature one. So I need to try the both signature ones to see it to match them together, and then see which one is better one.
Sam, you're really talking in Kelly's language. Even Karina says, Sam, I would fly there for that meal. Anything to claim, man? Yes, I'm going for Sam's meal.
Yeah, with egg fried rice and prawn crackers.
Richard said it, that sounded funny as well. So yeah, I was going to say, good job you actually clarified that. Right, guys, I'm going to say we've hit the 8 o'clock mark. We will say, I think we'll leave the live there. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It was an incredible live. We love talking to you guys, we always do, even if you can't understand my accent. So that is it from Mark and Kelly's trips, tips and things for this week. But don't forget, live Costco trip. We will do that at some point.
We will do a live Costco trip at some point, but it will have to be on a weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
It wouldn't be like on a Tuesday or a Friday. It'd have to be...
you want a live one? Oh, blimey, that's really hard. All right, okay.
It would have to be on a Saturday. And plus, I don't know how the signal is there, because sometimes they have those sort of like roofs that doesn't...
It's all right, we'll film it.
We'll film it rather than do a live there, but we will when we go. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Zachary likes the Chinese omelets.
I love a Chinese omelette. So good. Oh, a roast pork omelette and chip. Anyway, let me not start off on that track.
We'll do another hour and a half live. It doesn't have to be a live, but that would be fun. And yes, and you guys have a wonderful and safe weekend too.
Yes, you too. Don't forget. So I've now finished the travel day. Mark's only got to do the intro for that, and then it's good to go. I can export it, can upload it. And it will be on tomorrow, so watch out for that. I think I'll put it on at 5:30. I think.
There we go. And obviously, the Mark and Kelly trip tips and ones on Sunday at 5 o'clock will be the Sci-Fi Theatre. Do check that out, please. It was great fun. Right. So, like I said, that is it for Mark and Kelly trip tips and things. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Whatever you get up to, we will look forward to seeing you on Tuesday, 6 o'clock. The UK time, where we will have a little bit more of a chat. We may even do some taste tests. You don't know.
Don't forget, we won't be here next Friday. And do you know what? Don't forget to subscribe to both channels if you haven't already.
All right, guys. Do look after yourselves. Do take care. And remember, you're never taught to have fun. We will see you on Tuesday.
Bye for now.
And don't forget,
melt my cheese.
You know it. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.